Welcome back to yet another predictions video, so let's get into this bad boy right now. First of all, let's get into what Joe Rogan thinks about this fight.
But Islam's choke must be otherworldly.
Yeah.
It must be otherworldly.
To do that to Charles?
Not just that, like the moment he's passing, Charles is tapping.
Yeah.
Like his squeeze has got to be off the fucking charts. I talked to DC about it, and I said, hey man, I go, his squeeze must, oh shit, this guy's gonna choke me. And that's DC.
Yeah, DC's a thick bastard.
He's a
look at him, right?
2-division champion. But look at that.
Holy.
Crazy, man. The moment he gets to the side, watch this pass, clamps it down.
Fast.
Oh, they cut it. They cut a little snippet where he passes. But it's once he passes,
that's
Charles just
though.
taps.
Yeah.
The most submissions in the history of the UFC. And he taps like that.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley mentioned that he has some weird feelings about this upcoming matchup, so let's hear it in his own voice.
We watched Islam versus Charles literally like probably this week, and I was very impressed with Islam's striking. And then I watched Khabib fight Al. I was watching some best moments, and those guys got some good striking. You know, they're such known for their grappling, but those guys can, you know, throw good combinations, and they have good striking. So I was impressed with Islam's striking, and it's gonna be tough beating that dude. I do have a weird feeling Alexander Volkanovski is gonna be a lot bigger of a challenge than everyone thinks. Could even potentially get the job done against Islam. But if Alex can't, I don't know who can. I just have a weird feeling Alexander might pull it off. So I don't know,
to be honest. But him versus Volk's gonna be a scrap. Volk, especially if Volk's power transfers up to 155, because probably gonna have a speed advantage, and his cardio is gonna hold up even more because he's moving overweight. So it's a very interesting fight. I'm looking forward to watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a hard man to hold on the deck. Like, he's a very, very stocky young man, and I don't see him getting held down. That's just one thing. I've never seen it, and I don't anticipate it happening. So I essentially think it's going to be a striking fight. So everyone can decide how they think that one's going to play out.
I don't know. That's a tough one to call. I'm not sure.
Volkanovski did not look small in the octagon whenever he walked in there to challenge Islam. He's shorter. And it may be an illusion because Islam's like at weight and he's in shape, and Volkanovski isn't. You know, he's like out of camp and looking a little bigger. But I think he made weight though, didn't he? Didn't he make weight? He still didn't look small. So he's not going to be undersized, and this dude has more talent and more skill than anyone. But this challenge that he has undertaken is as big as anything that anyone in the UFC has tried to accomplish in terms of becoming a double champion. It'll be tough, but I think that both of these guys are going to make for a fantastic fight.
My thoughts on Alex versus Volkanovski and Islam. Honestly, I just think that Islam's the best fighter in the UFC right now. Skill for skill, I think he's pound for pound number one. When you're talking strength, striking, which he showed a lot of in the fight against Oliveira, was dominating people striking, and Islam beating him in the striking department, then took him down and finished him on the ground. The guy with the most submissions in UFC history got finished by Islam. I just told you, man, he's different.
Alexander Volkanovski and Israel Adesanya are training partners, and they know each other very well. Adesanya also shared his thoughts about this fight.
So, Volk used to be a fat guy.
Yeah.
Like big boy, brawly, played rugby. And thing is, when you walk around with that kind of body mass for years, you develop a different kind of muscle density. Exactly. Yeah. But even with Volk, I've tried to hold him down. I'm not the greatest wrestler. Even with my frame and my leverage, it's hard to hold him down. He finds a way back up.
Really?
Yeah. And he even finds a way to get inside on me sometimes, even striking. A lot of times.
He's crafty.
Yeah. Veteran. His inside leg kick, his jabs, his hand control, all that shit. He's crafty. And Islam is great. Trust me. These daggy boys, they know what they're doing. They have their own pedigree, and they're great. But again, I'm biased. Of course they're gonna say that because it's my boy, but I truly, gun to my head, I could bet, honestly, I could bet my whole house on that.
Looks like Adesanya is confident that Alex will win this upcoming bout. Triple C Henry Cejudo also made some predictions about this upcoming fight. Let's hear what he has to say.
I'm sure Volkanovski can submit, but he hasn't really shown that. You know, I haven't seen a submission from him. And then him on his back, and he's shorter. I mean, these there's a bunch of short Dagestanis in Russia that they're going to be able to mimic that. But it could also be a plus for Volkanovski too. You know, but I think Volkanovski's pound for pound title is going to be short-lived, and I think the wrath of Islam Makachev is just a little too much. I mean, that's a really strong debut to go 155 pounds. And for some reason, Volk, you end up beating Islam for whatever reason. Jesus, that puts you as the greatest champ of all time. You would just have to defend it one time. You would just have to defend your belt one time after this fight, and you know you will be the best champ in UFC history.
Looks like Henry is on Islam's side, and he thinks Alex will lose the #1 pound-for-pound ranking. Here's what Beneil Dariush thinks.
I think one thing Alex has to really focus on is the feints. If you watch Makhachev, he does everything basic, but he's so good at the basics, and he hides a lot of his takedowns and strikes behind his feints. So if he could figure out the feints, and he can also use his own feints, which he has very good feints as well. So if he could do that, that's going to be the first step to nullifying Makhachev's takedown game. And if he could do that, then the striking battle is going to be pretty good. I think he has a better chance in the striking, obviously. So but Makhachev can strike, so it's just a hard fight all around.
Micheal Bisping also has some predictions for this fight.
How does this fight go down? Well, Islam has the better wrestling. It's as simple as that. But Volkanovski is a much shorter guy. And when you're shorter, and I'm not being insulting by the way, when you're shorter, you have a lower center of gravity. Therefore, you're harder to take down. Also, your legs are shorter, so it's a smaller target to get hold of. Islam's going to have to level change much more to get in there deep, to get on the legs, to get a body lock, whatever it is. Volkanovski also is going up in weight. 155, only a 10-pound increase, but that is significant. So he's going to be stronger. He's not going to have as much of a weight cut. He's going to have more muscle, and the man is already incredibly strong. He has fantastic takedown defense. Islam Makachev is going to have a really hard time taking him down. On the feet, I mean, Volkanovski is beautiful to watch.
Here's where Cheeto thinks will go down.
I feel Volkanovski is coming with a different confidence. He's short, he's stocky, so might be hard to take him down, but you know, Islam and Khabib has been proven that once they get a hold of you, it's over. So I mean, we'll see if Volkanovski did his homework and he's able to stop that and put in a good striking fight.
Dominick Cruz also made some predictions about this fight.
Let's say I think that Islam is just too big. He's a giant. He's so big for the weight class, and then Volk's also coming in. The one thing that makes that fight cool is Volk is actually weighed over 215 pounds before. So he can wear the weight, and it would be very interesting to me to see if he can get as big at 155 as he is as a 145. Like, how big can he get? I am curious to see that. If he can get big and strong enough, he has a chance at stuffing some of Islam's takedowns, and he has a chance, but Islam is so giant, and beyond that, he's extremely technical with jiu-jitsu, so that's a hard fight for Volk, but Volk has been looking really good.
Islam Makachev's coach and longtime friend Khabib also gave his prediction and revealed their fight plan.
Volkanovski, clinch, lot of knees, he's gonna eat a lot of knees, he's gonna take his all energy, take him down, and he's gonna choke him out. This is what I think. This is the way how I see how his fight gonna go. Of course, Volkanovski can box. He have amazing experience. How many times he defend his title, everything. But brother, this is like Thai clinch gonna kill him. Because even if he know this, let him prepare this. How many months? 5 months, 6 months? This guy doing this 20 years.
Former double champ Conor McGregor has some advice for Alex, and we dance on good. I was in your exact spot one time, don't forget. 145 coming up. Good luck. I'd say go heavier, rugby days. Be a bowling ball. That's how I do it as you. Your condition right now as I see it, I don't know, but bowling ball style for you for the best chance. Finally, let's get into what two champions need to say to each other before they meet on the octagon.
This guy is so small. I'm gonna stop this guy. Like what I did couple minutes ago, I can do the same things. Take him down and finish him there. Because I know this guy is so small. He's not my level. I respect him. He's a great champion, but I am different level because when I step inside the cage, everybody understands.
People are going to say that. All right, cool. I'm cool to go with that narrative. But as I've said before, don't change it. Don't all of a sudden say, oh, he's not that strong, he's not that big, or he's not that good. You guys think he's invincible? Remember that when I get my hand raised, yeah? Don't change that shit because that's what's going to really piss me off. I don't feel disrespected. You just want to put him on a pedestal? Good. It makes my win bigger. But once I win, don't take that away from me. Don't take that shit away from me.
UFC 284 finally coming soon, and it looks like the fight community already picked their sides. If you enjoyed this video, then let us know by smashing that like button, and we'll see you again in the next one.